right, here's your mobility follow along. Great to do after hard training days or on deload weeks. I'm going to start down on the ground, just doing some breath work. Great to have a pillow or a pad on your stomach, right over that thing, hands underneath your forehead, and work on your deep breathing, trying to get as much posterior lateral expansion as you can. Inhale through your nose, full exhale through your mouth. Deep breath, trying to get a little bit more in and out. Feel it soften up through your low back. Two more. Come out of that, go right into your 4-point position. Work on your slow cat-cow. So think of moving your spine segmentally, like one vertebra at a time. And exhale, coming up, slow and controlled, protracting my shoulder blades, tucking my hips, tucking that neck, and then go the other way as well. Inhaling as you expand this way. Times 5 as well. You can always do more or less based on what your time is like. But again, how much control do you have? Really rounding, extending, tucking. Trying to get a little bit more on each breath. Back that up, going into your lateral walk. So point your toes, sitting back, walking your hands over to one side as far as you can. I like to put my other hand on top and then look and kind of check my hip. In my case, I'm on my left side. I'm checking down to the right as I'm opening up to that right shoulder, looking underneath it. Get a deep breath in and out. Come out of it. Go to the other side. Walking over as far as I can. Again, hand underneath. Check my hip diagonally back. Breath in and out. Back and forth there. Just do 2 more each way. Should be able to get it further each time you do that. Walking back. One more. You can always spend more or less time in each one of these positions. Play around with your angles. On that search and destroy mission, I'm trying to find stiffer tissue, little pockets that don't move as well. Hang out in there. And then going into some extension, so I'm just gonna push my hips forward. For me, this is where my left hip, because the knee of surgery on there doesn't move as well. So you can start down on the ground. You can press if you want, just off your elbows, extending. I like to use some neck motion here, side to side, up and down. Again, if this is easy for you from the elbows, then you can always press up. You can see here, it's on my right side, it's way lower than my left. That bone block. Again, working on playing around with your neck range. Oftentimes you are moving around with your neck position. If you close your jaw, drive your tongue to the roof of your mouth, you're going to get a little deeper stretch through your cervical stabilizers of your neck. Always just working on that deep breathing. Coming out of that, going into your rock back, pushing back as much as you can, trying to compress. Deep breath in and out. You can play around with your knee position, narrower or wider. Yeah, just kind of slide off to my right side because that left side won't flex as much either. Go back into it. And again, your choice, dropping down to your elbows or staying with straight arms. Play around with that neck range again. And working on deep breathing. Two to three deep breaths, sitting back again. Come out of it, extend one arm out to the side, palm is flat, wrist, elbow, shoulder, turn away, step, looking up at the ceiling. Getting deep breath, really getting solid stretch down that straight arm side. Getting a little bit of thoracic rotation as well. Same thing, other way. Usually 1 to 2 deep breaths each time. Next step, again, drive that shoulder, front of my elbow, palm, hand is nice and open. Do 2 more each way. One more. And grab your pad again. Go right into your pencil stretch. Head supported, underhook, drive that hip extension by tightening your butt. In this case, my right leg. I'm working on rotating up towards the ceiling. Working on deep breathing. Inhale, kind of come forward a little bit. Exhale, rotate back. Usually do about 6 here. I'll extend that bottom leg. Still kind of hooking that top leg. You can either keep it underhook like that or overhook. Taking the stop arm, reaching out with it, and then turn the page of the book, opening up, and then reach up and around and come back. Open that book up. I'm still pulling this down. This hip doesn't move very well for me. It's blocking me a little bit. Do one more for 3, and then I reverse that rotation. So now I go over the top. Draw that rainbow, reaching behind, and then close the book. As I come back, ×3. All the way up and around. Close the book. One more. And I'll back that up by taking my bottom leg, hooking it on the outside of my top leg, reach straight up with my right arm's on my right side, take my left arm, reach diagonally across, hitting my leg there, and then reaching diagonally up and over, trying to find the areas of most restriction. Usually it's not straight up, pretty easy there, straight out the side, easy, try to find that area more tension. Take a breath there now, and then cut across and repeat. Really reaching with that up hand, rotating open, breath in and out. Coming across, opening up, breath in and out. You'll see improvement on each breath. And we'll do the same setup on the other side, starting with that breath open. Again, underhook, top leg, underhook that bottom leg. And supported, look up at the ceiling, work your deep breathing. Keep focusing on contracting that back leg glute. One more deep breath. Releasing that leg, going into that. Opening the book first, opening up, hip rotation, all the way up and around, and repeat. And then reverse it, sweep up and around, going back, and then close the book. See the difference on me on the two sides. This leg is much closer to the ground. I can rotate easier. And then the underhook. Again, got that knee on top of the outside of the lower leg there. Reach the left arm up, and then right arm comes across. Diagonally reaching up and over. Again, trying to find those areas of tension. Deep breath in and out. Cut it across. Two more. Good there. Going up into your straight leg, rock back, get the foot out to the side. The heel is in line with your knee and is out in front, keeping that leg locked out and then rocking back as much as you can. Try not to round too much there, so extend And then work on rotating toes up, back down, rock out of it, and repeat. Your choice on toes tucked under or pointed really depends on a lot of your knee flexion there. Rotate open, come out of it. Two more here. Same thing other side. View, straight on. Push it back. Rotate open. And just keep breathing deeply through this whole flow. One more. From here, go in your push-up position, walking your hands into your feet as far as you can, and really rounding here. I'm not trying to keep a long spine. Walking back out, lower down, going to my extension, breathing out. Back up, repeat. Breathing out. Walking back out. Lower yourself down. Extension. Keep breathing out. Just back up, walk it in. Breathing out. Walk it out. Over down. Breathing out. Walk it in. One more. Walk it out. Lower. Press up. Breath in and out. Walk it in. Back that up, going into your static active quad stretch. So you can use a chair or bench. I'm just using the wall to put my foot up on. Going to that half kneeling position. You work on tensioning my glute on this right side, tucking my hips. Kind of feel like you're got a belt buckle, pulling it up. Ribs down. Feel quite a fierce stretch there in the front of the thigh. Big reach. Work on your breath work. I'm contracting my glute on that backside. You can always take your free hand, feel it back there. Is it tightening? If not, you may need to lower that leg or get further away from whatever your foot is up on. You really want to get that activation. It's going to allow for some better opening there. Now what I want you to do is push. So you're contracting your thigh by pushing your foot hard back into whatever it is that it's on. I'm just pushing straight back on the wall, contracting my quad. 2 seconds here, deep breath in. Exhale. You should be able to shift forward quite a bit. Go back into contracting your butt. You do that same thing again. Don't shift back. Stay where you're at. Push hard. Push, push, push. Push in. Really widen up my quad. Deep breath in and out. Relax it. You can tell that I'm sliding forward on each one of those. Let's do one more. And push. Push, 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 push. Contract, contract, contract. Deep breath in. Exhale, relax. Same thing, other side. First, just working on getting into your glute here. Again, opening up all those quads, especially that deep rectum. At your reach, where you can always take this hand, check it. Is your glute staying tight? All right, now contract, push into the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale. Relax the contraction. Shifting forward. Again, push. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, exhale. Relax the contraction. Do one more. And go. Deep breath. And relax it. Good work. Grab our super band. Do some kickouts. On your back. Double that band over the foot. Grab the 2 loop ends. Extend that bottom leg. You just want to work on kicking straight up, back in. Think of your leg kind of like an accordion. I'm flexing, trying to get my thigh into my rib cage as I flex my knee, and then driving that thing straight out towards the ceiling, straight up towards the ceiling. Just pumping 10 of these in a row. That was 5. Making sure this down leg is extended as well. Try not to let the foot rotate out. Once you get to 10, you're going to then, you're on your right leg, grab with your left hand the 2 ends of the band, all the way across. Make sure your shoulder blade's still staying down, and now kicking diagonally across. Try and get that foot as close to the ground as I can without popping the shoulder off, and then pulling it back in and repeat 10 repetitions from there as well. I'm pulling my toes up towards my knee as I'm kicking across. Again, it's fine for your hips, low back to rotate there, but I am keeping my right shoulder blade in contact with the ground. After you finish all 10, then we're going to go straight out to the right. It's 10 for me. It's not kicking straight out the other way. Now, left shoulder blade needs to stay down. Switch hands to the right. Keep my right elbow on the ground on all these. Let's get to your 10, then you're gonna switch feet. Same thing on the left. This one won't look as nice on me, but hopefully it'll be more symmetrical. After you get your 10, then you're gonna switch it. Both loop ends, the other hand, kicking across. Again, keeping that shoulder blades, technically both of them stay down. You can look the other way if you want. After 10, then you go out the other way. Sitting up. Get in your hips some more, going into that 90-90 position. And work on walking around as much as you can. And then dropping down to both elbows. Taking a deep breath in and out here. And then what I want you to do is push. So I'm on my right hip right now. I'm going to push my right knee, the outside of it, into the floor as if I'm trying to push myself away from the ground and contract from there. Holding that contraction a few seconds, just like we did with the wall quad stretch, and release it. And you should find that you can sink into it more. And you can walk your hands out a bit further if you want. Same thing again, we're going to push into contracting that outside of your hip. Contract, contract, contract. Deep breath in. Exhale and relax it. Walk your hands out a little bit more if you want. Do one more like that. And contract. Push, 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 push. Deep breath in. And exhale. Good. Then you're going to walk your hands in. Extending both elbows, getting really tall from here. Deep breath in and out. We'll do the same contraction here. Giving a push, push as if I'm going to lift myself up and push, 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 push. Inhale, exhale, and relax. Should go get a bit taller, which is for me, bringing my hands in close to my hip. Again, push. Breath in and out. And relax. One more. I'm going to walk now forward. I'm thinking sternum going towards my inside of my knee there. I'm using my right arm as a lever to kind of push forward as I'm going down into this. Take a deep breath in and out. I'm not trying to flex my spine, so I'm not trying to bring my nose to my knees. Keep my spine long. Breath in and out. And we'll do that same contraction, pushing into the ground with this right knee. Push, 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 push. Breath in and out. Relax. See your body goes forward more. One more like that. Push, 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 push. Breath in and out. And relax. Same thing, other side. This side will look a lot different on me because no problem with my left hip. You can turn as much as you can. Walking out. Again, maybe on your elbows. Work your deep breathing from here. Not contracting, pushing on the outside of the knee yet. All right, so now you're going to push on the outside of that left knee, push into the floor. Push pretty hard. Breath in and out. Exhale. Walk your hands out. Again, push. Deep breath in and out. One more. Push. Deep breath in and out. Bring your hands in. Extending those arms and pushing. Pushing that left knee. Again, contract, contract, contract. Deep breath in and out. Relax. Push again. Push, 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 push. Deep breath in and out. A little bit taller. One more. Push, push, push. Deep breath in and out. Good. Now coming forward. Pushing your sternum towards inside of your knee there. Long spine. So you can see a big difference in my two sides. Does not feel that great, so I'm not trying to push it too much. Go ahead and push into the outside of that knee. Push, push, push. Deep breath in and out. Exhale, relax. Two more like that. Push, push, push. Deep breath in and out. Relax. One more. Push. Deep breath in and out. And relax a little. Now, flip your back again. This will be in your glute bridge position. You're going to be working on your glute bridge with your diagonal reach. That's where you're going to be bridging. Again, I keep my short foot position, so big toes staying firmly pushed down. I like to slightly turn my toes in a little bit, then driving up and across, rocking off that opposite arm and shoulder, going back and forth. And extending, trying to lift my hip, getting that cross-body connection between my right hip and left side as I'm reaching through. Just go back and forth, anywhere from 10 to 15. Let's do 10 here. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then flip over. Go into your tall kneeling position. Both knees on the ground. Extend your hips forward. Working some thoracic rotation. Get thumbs on my sternum. I'm just going to turn as much as I can, keeping my hips extended forward. Reach behind. Rotate. Same thing other way. Spot it on the wall behind me. I'm trying to improve that rotation each time. I'm trying to go a little bit past that spot. And keeping both glutes tight and forward. Your choice on toes tucked or pointed. Two more each way. Back that up, going half kneeling. In this half kneeling position, we're going to be working on dropping. So my right foot forward, right elbow is reaching towards the floor. And even plant the hand. This is where oftentimes I do Eric's pad. Trying to get my forearm to Eric's pad and then work on reaching, open it up. Come out of it, bring the other arm down, rotating towards it. Alternating back and forth. I'm getting a lot of tension in the front of my back hip, but that's because it doesn't extend very well nor flex. I'm still trying to keep my right heel down and drive my right knee forward. One more here. Same thing, other side. Shifting forward, dropping down. This is where it's way different on me. Just work with it in the capacity control. 2. 3. 4. 5. Tucking your toes under, working on some of your extension rock back. So again, working some eccentric control in the front of your thighs, keeping your body nice straight line, shifting back, coming up. If that's really uncomfortable on your toes, you can always point. Totally up to you. 2. And I'm keeping my abdomen tight, hips extended, butt's tight. 3, and then I'm going to point my toes. Another 3. If this is bugging your knees, you can always take your pad, wedge it, give you a little bolster, a deeper flexion to help out. 2, one more. And 3, and then going right into your push-up position. Hiking up and then alternating your heel drives. Pressing one heel down and then the other. Going back and forth. Fully locking out your knee joint. As you're just pumping back and forth. About 10 each side. As you feel pretty good, you can always walk in a bit further. Pushing your head through your arms more. And then you'll back that up, open your stance up a little bit, walking into your deep squat, dropping into your deep squat, breath in and out. You can add some of those rotations that we did prior. Get that elbow to the inside of my knee and then rotating open. Same thing other side. And then walking back out. From here, big step, reach. Rotate for your groiner. Same thing, other side. And then we'll walk back into that deep flexion. Sitting into it. You can play around. You can always prop your heels up on something too, if need be. And then again, elbow to the knee. Rotate open. Rotate open. Walk it. Back out. Step groiner. Same thing other side, step groiner. Walking back in, step deep squat. Rotations. Back out. Step groiner. Step groiner. Walk it back in. Here, just folding into your deep squat. And then we're going to work on driving up out of it. Push back into like your RDL, slide your hands down. It could be toes, ankles, mid, calf, based on your mobility. Sink into it, pry, reach, stand up, repeat, hinge, slide, drop, pry, reach, stand, back into it, pry, reach, stand, pry, reach, stand. 2 more. Pry, reach, stand. Pry, reach, stand. Stand up on your feet. Do now some kind of loose rotations. So from here, I'm keeping my feet. I'm not releasing my heels yet. I'm just all these noodle arms moving up and around. Head, shoulders turned, arms nice and relaxed as they're flowing around my waist, kind of whacking behind my hip and back, steadily increasing your velocity on that turn. And now we're going to release the feet, so you're going to be getting quite a bit more rotation. See, arms are going to float up a little more, all the way around. Again, still leading that rotation with my eyes. Usually I just do these for time, pace. Don't really count them. The idea there is feel that drive through your hips, your arms just flow through. You are turning quite a bit as well. It's good there. And then going right into crossing, uncrossing, so your Phelps. Nice slap behind the back. Dynamic motion through the shoulders. Feel your shoulder blades moving around a lot. And backing these up, going into some scapular cards. Both arms working together, stiff arms. Just trying to draw as large a circle as you can. Really trying to find every little last millimeter of movement through your shoulder blades. Just doing 5 here. And then reversing it the other way. Then I'm going to do some lateral slides with my hips. So going back and forth and adding arm swing with that. Looking up, you can release the heel. Big flowy movement. And more reach. We'll back these up, going into some of your front to back with the hip hinge, swinging. This is your shoulder extension and then flexion overhead. Taking that from a split stance, going diagonally, up and across, down and across. My heels lifting on the back leg side, dropping as my hands come down. Going the other way. And we'll back these up with your Hindu squat. It's just lifting your heels up as you're dropping down. Arms are kind of doing that Nashville swing.
finish that out, just doing some shakes. So I'm internally, externally rotating through my shoulder joint, which is making this arm shake happen. I like to just kind of shift my body weight from one foot to the other. As you go along here, you kind of start getting more aggressive with the shake. It's kind of like you're shaking water off your hands. You're shifting back and forth. Working on my deep breathing. And good there. It's a nice little easy follow along. Hope you feel better after that. Cheers.